Boom, shakalaka. Welcome back to the Austin Automates YouTube channel. In this video, I'm going to show you how you can create your very own business to business lead scraper. And I'm going to give you everything absolutely free. So if you work with businesses and you need business to business leads, I'm going to give you a tool that can literally scrape all the information off the internet that you need to reach out to them. If you get any value from this video or at all, right now is the time to hit the like button and the subscribe button. And I know so many of you are watching the videos, and I think 80% of people have not subscribed. So if you could do me the huge favor of hitting the subscribe button right now, that would be awesome. Now let's dive right in. So we have our little user interface here. I'm going to show you how to get your Google Places API key. You type in a business keyword like real estate, and you type in a zip code and then a search radius based on meters. And then you just choose the file type. So we'll say real estate. And when you hit run query and everything's set up properly, it will spit out a spreadsheet of whatever target audience you're looking for. So these are real estate agents or real estate brokers, and it will pull their phone number, their address, their website, and then it'll even go through their website and pull email addresses if they're available on the website. And then the code also will show you how many Google reviews they have. Now you could tweak and twist this code if you want. It's all right here. I'm going to give this to you, and I'm going to give you this, which is the step-by-step standard operating procedure for running this entire thing, creating this yourself. Like I said, I'm going to give you the code, but you're also going to get the step-by-step instructions. And then if you're like, Austin, I'd rather just do it from the get-go and build this myself, I give you the exact prompt that you need to put into ChatGPT to spit out this exact same thing. So if you're like, I would love to just create this myself from scratch and I don't want your code, I'm going to give you the prompt that you can plug into ChatGPT and do this completely yourself. So the very first thing that we need to do is we need to install Python. And don't worry if you are not a coder or a Python user, I am not either. And I had no idea what this was until I decided to build this out. So you just go ahead and click download, go to Python, and then download it for your specific operating system, whether you are a Mac user or Windows or Linux, whatever it is, download Python, and you're going to have everything that you need to make this run. Then it's going to ask you to run the installer. If you are on a PC, it's going to ask you to check the box to add Python to path. If you're on a Mac, it's going to do this all by itself. And then to verify installation, if you want, you can open the command prompt on a PC and type in win plus R, type command, and then hit enter, and then it will show you the Python version. Now, if you're on a Mac, once Python has been installed, you can go to your terminal and copy paste Python 3 and then version, and it will show me that I have Python 3.13-3 installed, and so that means that I did it properly. And then step 2 is we need to install the required Python libraries. Now, this is as simple as going to your terminal, and this is going to be on Mac and Windows. Open the command terminal. It's probably something you never used before, but it's very simple. And all we're going to do is we are going to, because I know that I have Python 3 installed, I'm going to come here and I'm going to copy this, and I'm going to hit copy, and then I'm going to paste that command here, pip3 install requests, and boom, it is going to make sure that I have everything that I need to make sure that this runs. That is the first steps of making this happen, is getting Python downloaded and then making sure that you have the proper libraries installed. Now, step 3 is getting your Google API key. So what you're going to want to do is you're going to go to Google Cloud Console right here. And the cool thing is you can start a free account. You're going to hit start free, and then it's going to ask you to agree to terms. Then it's going to ask you to put in a payment method, because after your $300 free credits, you do have to pay like pennies for it to actually do the searching on the internet, and then make sure that your information is correct. Once you have your account set up, what you're going to want to do is go over here, and there's going to be a button that says Start Project. All right, so once you're inside of your first project, you're going to go to Enable APIs and Services, and then click here, Enable API and Services. And then what you're going to want to do is click the one that says Places API, and then it's going to ask you to manage it. and then you're going to hit enable API. So when it clicks manage, it's going to give you the option to enable that API. So you're going to want to make sure that it says enabled. And once that's enabled, I'm going to come over here to credentials. I am going to hit create credentials, and then I'm going to create an API key. Okay. Once I have that API key created, I need to save that somewhere. Save it on a text file, save it somewhere because you're going to need it when we create the user interface. Okay. So that is step 3. Create your Google Cloud Console account, enable the Google Places API, and then it does recommend that you enable the Google Geocoding API. Now, the reason I enabled that one is because originally the code wanted me to select a radius around a longitude and latitude, and I wanted to select a radius based on a zip code. And so that gave me the ability to do that. If you ask ChatGPT step by step how to make sure that happens, again, it'll help you walk you through those steps. Start your Google Cloud Console account, create a project, enable the Google Places API, and then generate your API key. And then obviously store it somewhere because you're going to need it for the code later. Now, the next step is you're going to copy and save this provided code into a text editor like a text editor or idle. Now, what I like to do is I like to use idle, and that comes when you actually get idle when you download Python, and this is what it looks like. So this right here is an idle shell. It creates this one whenever I open up idle, and then I tried to run things in this, but it doesn't like all of this up here. So what I do is I click this, I hit file, I hit new file, and then this is the one that you're going to want to paste that entire code into. So I now pasted my entire code into that, and I'm going to want to save this. So I'm going to hit save as, and we can call this, let's call this business data scraper. And then it's going to, we want to make sure the format is saving it as a .py, and I'm going to hit save. Okay. Now, if I've set up Python correctly and all I did was open up idle, when you download Python, again, idle comes with Python and it's a text editor. Then what we're going to do is I'm going to click on this and I'm going to hit run module. And boom, you'll see that it pops up the user interface here it then pops up the user interface where you will then put your Google Places API key. You will put the business type keyword, the zip code, the search radius in meters, and the custom file name, which is optional. Now, when you run this, you're going to put in your API key. Let's say I'm going to do nail salons, and my zip code is 92555. My search radius is maybe 10,000 meters. And I'm going to name this Nail Salons 2, simply because I think I've already done that. And then I'm going to hit run query. Now, sometimes you'll see this little circle popping up showing that it's running. And then data successfully saved to nailsalons.csv. So I'm going to hit OK. And then I want to bring over my documents, open up my documents. And you'll see here, right here, it says Nail Salons 2. Now, it does take a second to load the CSV. Sometimes you'll open it right away and it'll be blank. Give it a little bit of time, but now you'll see that it pulled all the nail salons within that 10,000 meter radius. It pulled the website, email addresses, and the rating ranking. And so that is exactly how it works step by step. And then you'll see the rest of the SOP is what we went over. You run the script in the idle file open. You can use your terminal to run the script or just press F5 to run that module. And again, the user interface will pop open. And then there's some instructions on the SOP for how to use the command terminal for Mac. If I want to use my terminal to run it, instead of just running it right out of the idle text document, I can hit ls. Let's see where I'm at. I am inside of clear. Okay, so right now I'm inside of my document, so I need to open up my documents, ls, okay. And then I'm gonna grab this right here. I'm going to copy Python 3 business underscore scraper user interface, Command V, boom. And then it came up on my other screen. Boom. Then it pops open the user interface. And that's how, again, and then there's some steps on how to use the user interface on the SOP here. You hit run query. And then there's some additional notes here. So, and then at the bottom, I did include on the SOP the exact prompt you would need if you wanted to create this all from scratch using ChatGPT. All right, so that is step by step how you can create your very own lead scraper. So if you want the SOP, the lead scraper, the prompt, everything, I do have a free group called GHL Blueprint on School, and if you go to the classroom, it's right here inside of here at the B2b lead scraper, and that's where you can find the SOP, the prompt, and even some more step-by-step details on exactly how to do it. So you can find my group on School, or in the description below, I do have a link on how you can access the group. Super simple. Again, I'm giving this away to you absolutely free. If you have any questions or need some help getting this set up, I'd be happy to record a short video and show you how to do it. Please reach out, like I said, if you have any questions, and I look forward to seeing you in future trainings.